Spinning wheels, going round. Seems like it takes forever once I hit the go live button for actually to hit the go live deal there. Syndicating out to my other platforms over to LinkedIn and Twitter and the YouTubes. Getting ready to go. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Happy, what is today? Wednesday, Wealth Wednesday. Happy Wealth Wednesday. So, got to tell you this, man. I'm telling you, this is absolutely, I got to share this, and I don't know why I didn't put it in my comments, because great headlines make for more eyeballs. But I wanted to share this: setting realistic goal expectations for your team so they don't quit. We're going to talk about that. One, I wanted to say, and I just want to say this: one of the things we have every Wednesday, we have Wealth Wednesday. And one of the things that I typically do now, for those of you that know me, you know that I'm a Domino's loving fool. I order food from Domino's like I own the place, whether it's pizza or pasta bowls or sandwiches or chicken strips or chicken wings or whatever. I mean, I pretty much know their whole menu. So, and I probably should just buy my own franchise and hire some people to work for me. It'd probably work out better, and I'd get free food. But anyway, so here's what I do. And I always, especially on Wealth Wednesdays, I always tip the bill. So for example, a lot of times you get, and you guys, for those of you who know me, I love rewards points, right? I'm making a point here. I love rewards points. I love getting stuff free. I got like free coffee pot. I've got free shoes and just stuff. And I love free stuff. Matter of fact, we got so much free stuff when we bought our kitchen sink for our house. It actually gave us enough points to get some other free stuff for our house. So it's a whole shopping club points thing, and you got to know how to get points through JCPenney's and Kohl's and all that stuff. We're not talking about that tonight. But anyway, so here's the deal. Coming back to Wealth Wednesday, right? So Wealth Wednesday, I typically will take, even if I get free stuff. So like I get the points at Domino's and it adds up, and I can get a free pizza. So typically when I get a free pizza, I'll just let it sit there and I'll go ahead and order something else on Wealth Wednesday, which I ordered one of their Pasta Bowls today. And I always look at what it costs, and then I tip the bill. This Wednesday, I actually tipped over, which was cool. And I do this on a regular basis. The driver comes, and tonight it was a new driver. He's like, man, thanks for the tip. Because he was a new guy. He'd never seen, he'd replaced the other guy. The other guy was out. I think he had car issues or something. That sucks when you're a Domino's driver and your car breaks down, right? So, and I've been talking to the guy just like over and over and over, like, what do you do? You looking for some side hustle? Would you go up and take a look at some extra cash? Like, no, man, I'm just struggling to do what I got. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just keeping them on the hook and just being nice to them, and I keep tipping them, right? So anyway, I've been doing this Wealth Wednesday for a while, which is cool. So basically what Wealth Wednesday is you give somebody money anonymously, and it's not a friend or family, and it's not contributing your time, which you can all do. But Wealth Wednesday is maybe taking like $10 or something and sticking in the top of a can of formula in the store and putting it on the lid, or maybe $5 here. I know some people are rolling up dollars and sticking it like in the gas pump where you swipe your card and they're sticking money. It doesn't have to be a lot. It can be $5, $2, whatever you have. Maybe paying for the person in line behind you to drive through. Right. And it all compounds. Matter of fact, I read a story today where a lady was going through Taco Bell. She paid for the guy behind her. The girl in the drive-thru was like, what's going on? So she explained what was going on. She's like, that's pretty cool. I'm going to start doing that. And then when she pulled forward to wait for her food, the guy that was behind her pulled up and said, what did you do that for? And she explained it to him what Wealth Wednesday was. And he says, man, I'm going to start doing that. So basically what Wealth Wednesday is you simply do something out of the kindness of your heart, a financial contribution to somewhere, and it has to be anonymous. It can't be a friend or family. It has to be money, and it has to be to a complete stranger. And the best way to typically do it is so people don't know who you are. And it's cool. I mean, going through the drive-thru, sometimes you can't get around that, or maybe pay for somebody's coffee in line, or maybe buy somebody's groceries. Like, for example, here's what's funny, how it comes back to you. I'm going to get there. My wife was at the gas station, and she was buying, so I forgot what it was, but there was a police officer in front of her. And typically, most of the people in our neighborhood, most of the stores in our neighborhood, they will not let the police officers pay for their stuff. It's like police officer goes and buys stuff that, it's on us. So he went up there, and my wife was standing behind him in line, and he's like, he got his stuff for free, but he says, well, I want to pay for the lady behind me, right? He was doing he was giving back, and they wouldn't let him pay for hers either. So my wife ended up getting her stuff free. So it's all about giving back. But here's the cool part. Here's the cool part about this. So as giving back goes, I see this post, right? I see this post about LinkedIn, and I'm a veteran. And it says, if you're a veteran, you can get the premium service for a year. Now, my subscription renews tomorrow for the premium service on LinkedIn. So I'm like, cool. I'm going to do this thing free for a year. So you have to cancel your other subscription. Then I'm going to go in tomorrow and set up go back to the premium and do my year's veteran deal, right? So that's like $700 that I get to save. That's going to come back to me. But later that day, I get a text message. From my coaching program that I'm enrolled in, which was absolutely cool. And there was more money. And I'm like, oh my God, which all in all, it was just crazy. And it all comes back when you give continuously. You give freely and give freely of what you do. Absolutely cool. Yes, Latoya, you've been doing it, Latoya. You've been giving the hearts on deal. So you're like the top heart giver, and it's something like that. You're just giving, you're giving freely of what you have to benefit others. And the cool thing about it is my whole goal with Impact, with XTRM Impact, and you can see we've got Extreme Legacy. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. But the whole goal of that is to impact other people's lives. And the more people's lives I impact, the more that comes back like a boomerang. It comes back to me. And I get these cool messages in my inbox. I've got to share these with you guys because people say, well, why should I go live? I'm not getting anything back from it. I'm not getting any leads. I'm not doing maybe I can paint a little bit bigger picture for you and get you some mindset stretch. Yeah, we're going to stretch your minds here. That's where I'm going with this. So here's this one. And I read this thing, and this isn't about me. This is about me making an impact. This is about me reaching out and impacting someone else's life, right? So yesterday on my Facebook Live, I was talking about doing reach outs, and I referred to my reach outs as what did I call them? Okay. So basically, it goes like this. Happy Wealth Wednesday. I have to give a huge shout out to Coach Forrest, Coach Knight. His live yesterday resonated most with me and put a huge smile on my face. And what he said is sending out messages of hope. But basically in my messenger, I was saying put messages of hope in people's inboxes, because you just you never know when they're going to read them. So the more messages of hope that you put in somebody's inbox, the more opportunity that you have for you to make an impact, right? So this gentleman response from somebody I sent a message to 30 days ago, and it's happening now. Because I'm putting so many messages of hope in people's inbox, I have to open to take a look, and I don't know when they're going to reply. I actually don't really care when they reply, as long as hopefully they get in there and get a chance to at least look at it and have a decision to say, do I want to look at this or not, right? Or maybe they look at it and go, okay, who is this guy? And they come and they start scoping, they start creeping on me and watching me. The business that we were in before this company, I looked at for like 8 months before I jumped into that opportunity, and I followed the people that are in the business because I wanted to know if they were legitimate. So one of the reasons that you can do a Facebook Live, right? I'm going to get into my training here, but I might just keep talking about this. We'll see where we go. One of the reasons to do a Facebook Live is so people can get to know, like, and trust you. So we're cold prospecting, right? There's an Old Guard out there. Matter of fact, I'm going to watch that on Netflix tonight. I think it's a movie called Old Guard. So I'm going to check that out. So squirrel, come back to reality. So there's two schools of thought in network marketing. There's the school of you got to go out and make friends and build rapport and do all that know, like, and trust you stuff, right? So I was listening to our team lead, Carly, last night, and she was talking about how she put a post up, a curiosity post, absolutely awesome post. I mean, it was a home run for a curiosity post. She had somebody respond back to her and say, what you got going on? She moved her off of that into the inbox, so they had a conversation. So she basically went from an absolute cold contact, right? Didn't know each other from a hill of beans, to building rapport, to going through a conversation of instantly know, like, because Carly's got a lot of stuff out there on Facebook, and she's putting herself out on Facebook, and she talks about who she is. So this other lady was able to look and connect and had a conversation. So she didn't belabor it. She says, hey, what's going on? Let's have a conversation. And then Carly went straight into asking her if she was open to taking a look at what she was doing. She moved her through a conversation. By the end of the conversation, 35 seconds later, from what Carly said, this lady said, I think you're my new best friend. It was instant relationship building. So when you're prospecting, when we're working out there and prospecting and we're putting ourselves out on Facebook, and we're doing things like Wealth Wednesday, that's all going to come back to us and making an impact. I wasn't expecting to make an impact on Glow at all. You know, she's doing that. I wasn't expecting to make an impact on Zach McKay by every time I close one of my Facebook Lives, I say, and I love you, and there's absolutely nothing to do about it. Somehow he subconsciously picked that up and he started saying it because now people are giving him credit, which is fine. I think that's cool because it's starting to rub off. And he's going to start saying that enough, and then somebody else is going to start saying that enough. And it made an impact on me because when I went to my sister's funeral, she's the one that used to say it all the time. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take her legacy, right? I'm gonna take her legacy and I'm gonna run with it. And I'm gonna start saying that. I'm gonna start saying that every time I end up Facebook Live. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing to do about it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing to do about it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing to do about it. And I start saying this over and over and over. So it's about making an impact. I've completely changed the topic on my Facebook Live, so I'm going to keep going there. So when we're showing up for our Facebook Lives, the getting out of the whole ego thing, like I did my Facebook Live and only got 10 views and I didn't get any leads. So let's think past that. Let's stretch this a little bit. Let's think about the information and the value of the content that we're putting out there. When I said put messages of hope in somebody's inbox, I didn't think that was going to make an impact on somebody. I just said it because it's the way it came out in my head. I'm like putting messages of hope in somebody's inbox, and lots of them and lots of them. And next thing you know, it impacted one of my marketing buddies to the point where it changed her day and it changed her mindset to where now she's positive and she's engaged and empowered to go out to reach more people. That's why you show up and you do a Facebook Live, right? It ain't about me. I'm not going to make a dime from her business, not one single freaking cent. But she's going to go out and impact somebody else's life because her attitude changed, right? Because I showed up and did a Facebook Live. So if you're in a network marketing business, and sometimes you're here, maybe you're just here to make $300 to $500. You really don't give a jack rip about anybody, and it's just about you, and you need to do that. And you need to make that money to survive, maybe just to fill that empty refrigerator because you're tired of freaking being hungry or tired of being in debt. And that's absolutely okay. That's absolutely okay. I remember reading a story last year. Somebody just popped in and said attitude shift. It says Facebook user. You're probably in the group. If you are, you need to click that StreamYard link at the top of the video so it'll identify you so I know who you are. I think that's probably my wife. But being able to make an impact, a lot of the times it's just showing up, right? It's like, what do I talk about on my Facebook Live? I completely changed because you got to hit the StreamYard link at the top. It's a group. It's a Facebook group thing. It's not you. It's just a Facebook group and this software. But anyway, it's about you showing up and being able to make an impact. And sometimes you just don't know when that's going to happen, right? You have no idea when what you say is going to be the right timing to help that person move to the next level. I know LaToya, I mean, she went from being afraid to prospect, being afraid to reach out to people, to being a prospecting beast because we're connected, and she showed up. But more importantly, she made the decision to show up and then take action, right? So it doesn't matter what I say. I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but until someone else takes that information and runs with it, it's not going to do any good. So on the other hand, I still got to show up. It's a selfish program that I've got to give away. So when I show up and do a Facebook Live, I had no idea I was going to talk about this tonight. My subject completely changed. I totally forgot what the topic was. I think it was setting realistic expectations for your team. Who knows? Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. But in all reality, part of growing a huge team and part of getting a chance to have people know, like you, and trust you is just showing up. I mean, that's showing up. Last night we talked about there was 3 things that were very important that you do in your marketing. 1 was reaching out, 2 was following up, and 1 was never quitting. And I could probably add number 4 to that is just showing up, right? showing up every single day so that people know that you're serious about what you're doing in this industry. When somebody says, is that one of those pyramid things? You go, absolutely one of those pyramid things. Or it's more like an octagon thing, whatever. You can have fun. You can be serious. It doesn't really matter. Is it network marketing? Absolutely is network marketing. What do you know about network marketing? Absolutely it's an MLM. What do you know about an MLM? We have a tendency for some reason to take it as a negative thought process, and it shouldn't be. We've got to try to stay in the positive all the time. If somebody could, it's very hard for me to somebody come at me negative. Now I have a little bit of an analytical mind when somebody says something, and I'm really working on when I'm, especially with the politics season going on. I mean, I'm sitting on my hands like, don't respond, don't say anything, don't get into a debate, because I'm never going to change somebody's mind if they believe something different than what I believe. And all I'm going to do is trigger a bunch of people that are going to be triggered regardless of what you say. They're going to be triggered and do all kinds of weird stuff. So that's one of my things I'm going to work on. I'm going to try not to comment on people's political posts. It's going to be hard, but you guys can pray for me and help me, right? So I'm going to go through and do that. So what is the one thing? What is the one thing that you're going to do starting right now? This is a challenge. I love challenge people. What is the one thing that you're going to do right now to make a big impact for somebody tomorrow or the next day, or that might impact somebody down the road? And I'm going to give you a hint. Show up. Show the frick up. Show up. Reach out to somebody. It doesn't matter if you reach out to 10 people. We have an accountability group. We're putting in some stupid numbers in the accountability group, and it's not to be boastful, but it's to stretch ourselves. One of the things that I did is I did a 7-day prospecting blitz challenge, which was so much fun. I had no idea how it was going to work out, and I put it out there. And then I've got now a group is doing the prospecting blitz challenge, because I recorded and put it on YouTube, and they're over there going through the challenge with a group. Boom, made an impact. I don't get a freaking dime from that. But the cool thing about it is they're reaching out to a bunch of people that they're going to impact their lives because they decided to show up and take action with information that I put out, because I decided to show up and take action. I made a commitment to be here every single day. And sometimes, like today, I had no idea what I was going to talk about. I got on here. I'm glad I talked about it. I hope that it truly makes an impact for you. I truly hope that you decide to show up and never quit. I truly hope that you get out of your head and stop worrying about it. It's not about you. It's about the people that you're going to impact. It's about that one person you literally might save their life. It's that one person that has that empty refrigerator that might be that they're at the end of their rope. They're tired of all this crap going on. They lost their job, the COVID-19, the riots, all that kind of stuff has been going on, and you knocking on their door with a message of hope in their inbox might be that one thing. And it might not even be that message. They might just click on and go, who is this? And they might come up and they might see your post, and they might see some positive post on your timeline, right? It's like, wow. It might be that something that pulls their head out of their freaking rear end and brings them back to reality, and they realize, you know what? I can go out and make an impact too. There's somebody that's out there that might need me in their life. They might need to hear my story, how I overcame this challenge. So I know this totally turned into a Mindset Wednesday. I truly wish you guys to go out and make a huge, huge impact in everything you do. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. On a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. Go out and make an extreme impact so you can create some legacies. Thank you. Bye-bye.